I'm coming to you today from Sundance Plaza here in Dallas, Fort Worth, or the Fort Worth area. And today I want to talk a little bit about creatine because I've got a couple of questions that came in, and people were asking, a bunch of different things about creatine because they're new to it or whatever. So we're going to get into that just a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, the first question is creatine a steroid? Not even sure how to answer that, because most of your foods that you eat, especially your lean meats such as bison, elk, lean ground beef, even fish, contain creatine. It's a natural amino acid based compound that's synthesized in your liver and it's distributed through your bloodstream. So it's actually safe, and it's something that your muscles use for development as well as recomposition. No, not steroid. To what foods can you find creatine in? Well, your best sources are your wild games, like I said, including your elk, venison, buffalo, bison. Not inexpensive meats as far as those, but you also find them that are low in saturated fats that are also what they call free range, such as your turkey breast, chicken breast, Cornish hens, lamb, veal. And also, it's a little lower amount. You're looking at 1 to 2 grams in most of your fish, but it's still there. And those are actually great sources to eat after you finish working out because it helps to replenish your muscles, and it also again helps to fill your muscles. Do you have to load with all creatine? That answer is kind of two-phased because back in the day you used to have to do a loading phase, but then you have nowadays where it's more concentrated to where it goes straight into the muscle itself. So now what we're looking at is you're getting it, and within the first 3-4 days, you should actually start noticing changes with the creatine addition. Many of the supplements have it included in their protein. Some of them have it included in their amino. The thing is, you can use creatine in many different means and forms. One of the ways I do it, I have my powder at breakfast, which gives me about 5 grams. And throughout the day, I eat maybe 2 to 3 8-ounce chicken breasts. That'll give me another 5 or 6 grams there. And then later on, I'll have a bigger meal with a steak and possibly another chicken breast, which I also add to what I'm already intaking, as well as I use whenever I'm taking the powder form in the morning. I also drink it or after my first workout, I drink it with white grapefruit juice because it allows my muscles to uptake them or uptake more of the creatine because of what they're using as far as insulin spiking, which is one of the tricks that was used back in the day to get things done like that. Last question on this one is, which creatine is the best, or which form of creatine is the best? Today, again, you have several different options. Back at one time, creatine monohydrate was the only option that you had. And it worked great because, it allowed your muscles to uptake water, get swollen, get bigger. It allowed for a great absorption amount. Now you have creatine such as hydrochloride, Magna Power, and a few others that, we're not going to go into today. But as you understand what it is that you're trying to do, because if you're trying to get bigger, monohydrate is a perfect form for you. If you're trying to get ready for a contest and you still want to use creatine because of the benefits of muscle absorption, keeps your muscles hard, and also the fact that it will keep your muscles full and helps with recovery, you might want to use a hydrochloride simply because it's not going to retain as much water. And you might want to use different things that allow you to uptake the most of the creatine. How much creatine should I be taking on a daily basis was one of the questions I had when I first started. And I got a bunch of different answers. Also looking on the internet, I got a bunch of different answers. What I found that worked for me was when I started out, I took about 25 to 30 grams because I'm 200, at the time I was 280 pounds. As I worked out and kept it going, now I'm pretty much around 20 grams per day. That seems to be sufficient. There are some days that I might intake a little bit more because I'm eating a little bit more, or I've changed a supplement that has it in addition, so it gives me a little bit more. But generally, since there is no loading, I'll say about anywhere between 15 to 20 after your first, let's say 15 days, it should be sufficient. Last question, should I cycle creatine? That's a great question. To rewind it back a little bit, I started over 18 months ago. I have yet to stop taking creatine. I've had guys, I've changed the type that I have used maybe 3 or 4 times, but for the most part, I haven't stopped taking creatine. I've heard from some people that they will do a 90-day cycle with creatine and then they'll stop. No real need to, because you're still getting the same amino acids, you're still getting nitrous oxide boosting and all that good stuff, or retention that comes along with the creatine. But for the most part, you don't have to. All right, that's going to be all the questions for the creatine that I'm going to do today. I appreciate you guys asking. Keep the questions coming. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. And tap the bell icon at the top right of your browser to become part of the notification game.